basic materials. Scott's Miracle Grow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our 2 weeks. Yeah, still below the 100. I don't like it. It looks terrible. Well, I don't know. It's kind of consolidating. Let's look at that. So our initial low, so like our range is from here to here, right? About 9 points. It stayed within those 9 points because let's look at this. All this stuff in the way. There we go. That's our low. You see where it touches the line, and as long as we broke below this low, right, on Friday, but then jumped back up, right? It didn't close below there, so it looks like it looked below and failed. However, our major support line was back here at the 212, right? And let's not forget, we're still within the 209 to 224, so it's not like it's that horrible, because what we entered this back in March, so it looks terrible, right? And it's pretty far off its high. However, it really didn't go very far, right? It's still within like a major range of right here, because this was our hammer back here. This was 3.5, and since 3.5, I mean, we haven't really gone down very far. Let's kind of bring out. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, we had, like, even before, if these lines were extended out here, right? It's okay. Boom. And boom. So it looks bad over here. Like if we just looked where we were over here, it looks kind of like it's just in free man's land. But when you bring it out, you kind of see, yeah, it's had resistance at that line, support, resistance, basis, give or take support, resistance right there. So it's been in this range for quite some time, or this is a normal range not to worry about. Let's see what it does next week. If we can get above the 100, right, then I'd feel more comfortable. And really above the 224, this Torque Wars, which was a dotted line before, I just drew a line, as you can see. There it was. Anyway, you get the point. If it can hold the 24.89, then I'd say it's kind of made the turn and looking to go higher, but not until it can prove that it does it. BASF. Monday we had a great day, but then kind of fizzled all the way out. We're still basically maintaining the 100. So it doesn't look pretty, but as long as it holds the 100, I don't see anything wrong with it. Mosaic. Frustrating stock. However, it looks like it's turning the corner. Like you look over here before the last run up, we got close to the 50, and then look, we got close to the 50. So watch for the run up. Let's see what percentage gain we made from here to here. $4, 15%, right? So if we were to go 15% from here, which would make sense. So look for maybe hitting the 38, which would make the 38.98. This is about 14%. It went 15%, so let's look for a breakout of that. Be careful of the breakout right here, just because it's so close to this line. I could have drew my lines wrong, so it could be my mistake. But we do have a lot of like breakout material. 1, 2, 3. So there should be a decent amount of momentum that's behind Mosaic. So if it can pop this 38, then look for the 42. DuPont. Now this is the last 2 weeks. I mean, you're gonna see it's kind of, excuse me, if you've been paying attention to the stock market, it's been like this on the stock market too. Like a couple big days up, a couple big days down. I mean, they're kind of sneaking it in, ripping people's heads off, and then getting in decent positions. And I mean, the market's about to break to new highs again, which is crazy since it seems like Monday we had a massive down day, or one of these days we had a massive down day. And if you think of last week or 2 weeks ago, the market was in disarray. But we're almost at the all-time highs once again. So the whole market kind of looks like this. We have our breakout or the high, at least the yearly high of 87. We're getting close to it. As like I'm saying, because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what? 2 weeks to go from today, we have a massive pop day, and then what? A week ago, last week we get destroyed down to the 82, and now like where we are right now, we're right in the middle of that. So look for pending the market. It's Monday, but it's a holiday, so I don't know what the futures are doing. But if anything goes well, I would say look for the 86. Dow Industrials. I like it. If again holding the 68.21, you can kind of see all these basic materials are kind of same pattern. They're right around some either resistance or support, and looking like they want to make a big move. This last week wasn't very great for basic material. As you see, the last 2 weeks they've been pretty stagnant. Rio Tinto had a massive down. This is May 5th. This is all within 1 month. Basically, what, a 10-point drop overnight, gains a couple points. Yeah. I didn't see anything wrong with it when it hit here, but it flushed everybody out. And this is a gapper. As you look, it seems like it likes to gap. This could be the professional gap, right? So what they will do sometimes is, they'll gap everybody down. And so then you're anticipating that it's going to continuously go down. And instead of it going down, because like, look, had a big day and then boom, they destroyed you. Had a nice day, destroyed you, right? So here, a lot of people would, because it's really close to the lines, right? So a lot of people would guess that it's going to be going down, so they short it right here, and then what do? They gap it higher. So that's a professional gap. They get it in before everybody else could get in. And most of the time, they run it. Let me see something. See the prof gap? You can see it better here. Like even overnight trading, nothing. And then even look at that. There's only 2,300 shares that traded at that to bring it up to that level. Well, at overnight, it's quite large because it was 200, 250,000. This is the hours, obviously. But then at 4 o'clock in the morning, 2,300 shares were bought. Who was paying attention to that at 4 o'clock in the morning? Oh, that's right. Nobody. Because that's what a professional gap is. And look here. 7 in the morning, 23,000. Right? So there is literally no way you would have been able to get in. That's what I mean by a professional gap. There's a lot of overnight volume right there. Because right here. Oh, wow, they have a lot of overnight trading in these last few days. If you see it, a lot of overnight trading. International paper. So yeah, it did exactly what I wanted. If you remember this is last week, so this is bringing us into the week. Hit resistance, came down, hit resistance again, came down, did not break the low, holding it. If it doesn't break this low right here, look for it to hopefully break this 64.57. It did right here, but got rejected. So, but be careful because this one did not make a new high. So it could be a head or shoulder, head, shoulder, down, but it doesn't, but we're making consistent highs, like higher lows. So just look for it to break out. I would say break out. Lundell Basal. Gap down, started picking up juice on Wednesday, kind of nasty day on Friday. However, it makes basic sense because look, resistance, it kind of got stuck in it tracks right here, right here, right here, right here, and then this is a little bit higher, but then right there basically. So look above and then fail. I would say just give it another little day and we're going above 116. Because if you pay attention, look at this. With all of the basic materials, it looks like this. It just seems like this one is the first one to kind of break. It was a little bit before its classmates, and so it came down on Friday. But I'm saying I see basic materials having a good week this upcoming week. Well, maybe not Ecolab. But again, it's the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's basically the same exact showing of all the other ones. I mean, this one had a massive drop off, right? So 225 to 215 to 2. Well, but let's look at the weeks. When you put it like that and you go weeks instead of days, it hasn't really moved anywhere. Right? We had a nice little run up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks straight up, and then kind of got beaten down for the last not very long at all. Well, really, we've been in a squeeze since March. So we are in a squeeze even before the run up. We are above the position where we were when we started the squeeze. This is the squeeze down here, the red dots. I don't see any problem with this. I do see, like, look, we're getting close to the 50 weeks support. I don't like the momentum over the last 2 weeks, but I mean, that's just the last 2 weeks. It's been a squeeze for quite some time. I want to see it above the 100 and kind of start making it above these, which if you remember last week, it was below, but it did make above, but it did not close the week above. So I'd like to see it close the week above, maybe above the 117 or the 217. If it hit the 217 and it holds it, then I'd look for the upward movement to probably 230 to even higher to 250. Because it looks like it wants to break the 230. It's just having a difficult time to do it. So we look, stopped out here. This is last year. Flushed out all the shorts, and that was in October. And then since then, we've been kind of on an upward, but in a range, in a nasty trading range. It was really going nowhere. It's a pretty large range. It's 199 to 231. And it's almost the same. The range over here is a little deeper, but it's basically the same. So if you want to really be more politically correct, the ranges for the last year is the 83 to the 183 to 231 with a little bit of a dip below and a little bit of a dip above. But other than that, that's about it. Sherwin-Williams, some paint. About to get into a squeeze. Honestly, it kind of seems like we might have a nasty drop just down to 72, which it looks nasty on the chart, but it really wouldn't be that nasty. It's only 10 points. And this since it went 3 to 1 has been parabolic. I wouldn't even be surprised. I would still say this stock is extremely bullish. The day, see, look, you draw those lines and we're right at support of the 282. So it looks terrible, but it's really not. Really not. I would even say it could drop all the way down to the 268 and still be bullish. But look at that, the 50s above the 50% or the 50% for retracement. So the 274, 272 area, I do see that it could go all the way down to there. If it can get down to there and hold there, I'd like to get in there. That would be beautiful, because if it holds that, then we're looking for at least a 30 or 20 to 30 point pop just to break the highs of the 293, which, I mean, this could take forever. So, I mean, this was in May 10th. It's May 31st right now. So it's 21 days ago that we hit the high, and it's just been in a range since. So it could take a minute, but I do like it.